just the first time.
Well, at some point, I guess I could try it again. And I mean, one of us needs to know how to do it in case you're not able to attend one of these times.
Yeah.
I'll have to brush
Lots of people
up.
like, oh crap, no one knows how to do this.
I know, that's terrible. That's not fair to you. I cannot believe the guys are not making a connection here.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get on
Get
my
down, but
Gmail.
do
Brent.
you, do you
Brent's
live
usually the only one that goes for my Gmail.
do you live close to your in-laws?
15 minutes away.
Oh, that's not exactly close.
No, but my my big sister-in-law and she's like 3 minutes away, so
Oh, okay. So that's how you got there so
that's
fast.
why. Yeah, that's why I could just hop over here.
Okay.
Well, there's nothing on my Gmail. Doesn't look like.
Well, and I checked the group board and in fact, I was just noticing I didn't do the the big class thing last night with Brother Bonnie, and I see that he did it from the hospital.
Oh,
So apparently he's back in the hospital again. I can never do the group meeting on Wednesday night. I feel so bad.
yeah. I was busy all the way up till midnight last night, so I wasn't. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, Wednesday nights are just bad for me, so I always have to watch it after the fact. So,
Yeah, so do I.
well, shoot. Okay. I really didn't want to do this, just the two of us, but I guess they're
Well,
leaving us, not exactly leaving us a choice here.
yeah, and I wish I was more prepared for this. I was planning to like reread through it and like plan better, but I wasn't able to do that. This was completely unexpected. I wasn't planning on doing what I ended up doing today, so
Oh, yeah, that really messes, you know. Well, let's see. We obviously can't role play, just the two of us. So why don't we just kind of talk about, um, I guess that'd be the right way to do this. Um, I guess we'll just talk about the different individuals within, the characters. So the characters are Sid Noble, who's head of research and development. Sounds like he's a scientist from my reading. There was Ruth Gibson. She's the team rep. Miles Haddock, the CFO. Gus, the corporate head of training, and Bill is a team leader. Do you have access to the article?
I'm pulling it up right now, so I'm gonna kind of I'm
Yeah,
trying to get into.
I couldn't do it without the article. So let's see here. And I guess maybe if we just talked about each person's point of view and probably why they're taking the stand that they are.
Yeah. Was that the case of the unpopular pay plan? Was that the one we're talking about?
Yep, that's the one. I'm gonna grab I didn't bring a piece of paper, just a sec.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I can just type it on another screen here. I'm such a dork. I'm so old school. Yeah, I can type. I've got so many windows open or tabs.
Okay. So Sid Noble's the first one. I cannot see. It's so dark in here.
Are you still in the garage?
I can't get in.
Oh no, like you literally can't get in.
Yeah, I literally cannot get in. Like I have my husband's car because my car is broke, and I'm pretty sure he has a key on here. I was supposed to go open the door, but it's not working.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, I'm sitting on the garage steps right now.
Oh geez. Are you freezing?
Yeah, it's a little cold. Yeah.
Okay, let's try and make this quick then. Good.
Well, I don't know how much battery I have on my computer either, so
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens here.
yeah. Okay,
Uh,
so
I'm looking at so like if Zach was here doing the discussion leader, basically, we were supposed to role play each of these five characters, but to me, the gist of it looks like, so talking about each person's thoughts on the better pay plan or their perspective, and then coming up with ideas for a better pay plan seems to be the whole gist of this, because then it said write down at least 20 ideas. That's a
holy
lot.
cows. Yeah.
So I say, why don't we come up with like, I don't know, maybe we could come up with 10 and then make each of the guys come up with five each. Because I don't know if Bren will be doing any of this. So,
Yeah, probably not.
and in some ways, maybe Zach can watch this afterwards and still write up
Yeah.
the discussion leader part. I don't know. We'll figure out how we're going to do this. Okay, so let's see. Who was the first one?
It was Sid Noble.
Okay, so if I remember right, he's the scientist, and he's the one that kind of took the hard-nosed approach about, like, all my scientists don't feel that it's fair. Um, oh, how do I say that? Basically, that if everybody else is going to kind of drag us down, then how do we keep doing our research as scientists, right? Is that kind of what you understood?
Yeah, and like we shouldn't be focusing on team work. We should be focusing on the actual science and like on here it's like they already spent too much time explaining Chem 101 to their other team members, time they could
Oh,
spend better in a lab. I want to free them up to work to do what they do best and what we need them to do most.
yeah. Which, I mean, I can kind of understand that. I mean, if I was hired to do research and development and I was a scientist, it would seem a little maybe unfair to, be focused on the performance of other members. And yeah, I think it would be distracting.
Yeah, I could see that point. I mean, pretty much anywhere you work, you're gonna find yourself in a team. So, I mean, I think part of that should be expected, but yeah, at the same time, like I don't think all the focus should have like in this situation should be all on team and how you can help your team members instead of focusing on what you're actually hired to do.
Yeah, especially when you're a scientist, right? And I don't know, for some reason I saw his perspective as a little differently because, I mean, if their expertise is the chemical, whatever, um, the chemical aspect of it, doing the scientific research and development, if if you were then penalized because of some other, oh, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying, like some totally different obscure team that has nothing to do with science. Say they're just like paper pushers, or I don't know, maybe they're line workers in the oh, maybe I'm not saying that right, but yeah, I can see where it'd be like, no, that just doesn't seem fair.
Yeah.
Because I guess you might feel like you were being pulled down or kind of dumbed down, and it's like, wait a minute, I'm here to do my science.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Yeah.
Okay, so I can totally see his take on that. Um, and I can see where he would think that it would be the proposed change in pay would be, it's like, well, why should we get paid for, you know, like if we don't have the incentive to do our research and development and we're only going to get paid the same amount that, say, the young intern's going to get paid, I don't know that there would be any motivation.
Yeah, well, just the whole reading how pay doesn't, like, they're trying to motivate people with pay, which, yeah, if they're trying to equalize it, then that's definitely not going to do anything. But just trying to give an incentive of, like, you need to work as a team and you'll get paid by how well your team improves or whatever, like, that's not going to do what the company thinks that it's going to do.
Yeah. Okay, so then there's Ruth. Um,
She was like completely against whatever Sid Noble said. She was just like, um, oh shit, I just lost the spot.
yeah, because I think she's the one that's saying, now, wait a minute, of course you don't feel that that's fair. You guys you think you're better than all the rest of us because you're mixing the chemicals and, right? Yeah. You science guys believe your role of inventing products is much more important than, the people that are mixing the,
Uh-huh.
pouring them into drums, shipping them out, and selling them. So I guess each team member's going to think that and she's just a team rep, not just, she is a team representative, so I can see her not necessarily being loyal to maybe any one group. Um, let's see. She did use the example of the one scientist who changed from being in the lab to being part of the packaging team and how he liked to see
Where I was
let's
going and yeah.
yeah, how the customers use the materials that he designs. Now, that might be just unique to Mr. O'Brien, but what's her philosophy here? He feels he
Well, why
does his
not
job
tie?
better.
So she seems like she's for it. Why not tie his pay to how we improve as a team? His skills are valuable only to the degree that our team succeeds in serving our customers.
Right. So then what you said, she seems to seem that that's fair, right?
Yeah, that seems to be what she's pushing for. Is it should be a team effort, not an individual.
Yeah. Um, oh, you got your little girl with you?
No, that was my phone.
Oh, your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, who else? So Miles, the CFO. Let's see here. Um,
I take exception to Ruth's argument. What she may see as a penalty, I see as a natural fact of doing business. We are going to face problems, and those problems are eventually going to show up on the company's bottom line. The real question is who should pay for them.
Yeah, her little, wasn't she the one that also went on to say, but I've been working for the past year, working weekends and putting in a lot of extra time to show management that we could do this on our own. Isn't she the one that said this?
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
so. Yep.
Um,
Yep.
yeah, I worked weekends for close to a year, and so did everyone else on the team. Yeah. Because they were buying into this philosophy of we like making our own decisions. We could make the choices as well as upper management, maybe even better. Um, and the complaint from her was, she didn't see a raise or a payout from all of that hard work that she and her team had given. Um, In fact, she then just goes on to say this pay plan will make those conditions worse. It's going to punish teams like hers for the failings of others instead of rewarding us for the work we do and have already done. That's the tricky part about pay plans like this. I don't know. I don't know how you feel, but I it's one thing to work as a team, but when the team is so large and you're all affected by others, does that make sense? Like you have
Uh-huh.
this huge team of 100 people and you're affected by, team number 1, team number 10, I don't know. That just seems, personally, I would not like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Like I think I would. They're trying to get an incentive on work as a team, but I mean, you're not going to have control over all the other ones, all the other teams. Like you may for a few people, but yeah, when it's that large, you don't really have control.
Yeah, I agree. How do you as a scientist have any control over what the salespeople do? Or how do you have any control over what um, kind of like the labor,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I don't know. I just personally, I see a lot of problems with that.
Which Miles seemed to want to bring up that like everyone's affected by what everyone does in the company anyway, so it's just a natural fact of business, and so it should work that way. It seems like.
Yeah, because doesn't he then go on to say that, that's just part of doing business? I mean, when a company is struggling, then kind of everyone. Oh, he's also the one that goes on to say, so when the company took a hit way back when the oil prices went up, basically they didn't pass all that on to the employees. So, sometimes I understand management takes some hard hits that they don't necessarily pass on to employees, but there again, I don't know. I don't know that that's fair. I mean, there's a reason I don't own my company. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's a
because
reason I like to have a boss because I don't want to be responsible for that aspect.
yeah,
And isn't Miles saying, which makes sense as the CFO, that there are all these other hits that the chemical company has to take. So why don't we spread them out? Um, yeah, he says, why shouldn't everybody share both the up and the downside? It
yeah,
would
I
make
could,
sense the CFO would say that.
yeah. The thing is, it's like I could see all these points of views, but it really like it all fits with what position they're in the company.
Yeah, which is why they have that position, right? Um, okay, let's see.
You're breaking up.
Is it okay?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Um, okay, so then we just have Gus left. He's the one in charge of training. It doesn't say too much about him. It just says he agrees with Miles about tying pay to the performance, but for different reasons. Um, he he agrees in that he hopes that it encourages everybody to excel. So basically, that all the team members are supporting one another in an effort to all succeed. Um, I would say that that's how teams kind of work, but when we're talking about pay,
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, he just brings up, he's like, can a member of Roost team invite somebody from plastics out for a beer after work and discuss what plastics could do better? And I'm like, is it Bill's? Like, yeah, right. Like, who would do that? Who would just go take someone out and say, oh, this is what you need to do to fix your team? Like,
yeah, yeah,
I
kind
thought
of
that was kind of a
realistic,
silly.
right?
Yeah.
Well, not to mention, I don't know about you, but okay, like you're working hard, you feel like you're spending your life at your job, and then you're going to go out for drink. I mean, okay, say it's not even drinks. Say, okay, let's go out to dinner and talk about this. Really? It's like, okay, I've spent enough time.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going to spend my extra time talking about work when I'm already working forever. So,
Yeah. And I know that's how some people are, and they're fine with that. But, I think that's part of where we as members of the church differ a little bit too, because hopefully work is not, you know what I mean? It's not our entire life.
yeah.
Okay, so who does that leave? One last person, Bill Purcell. Um, oh, he's the
Well,
one that says, yeah, we don't have time or the desire.
yeah.
Making small chat and, oh, by the way. Okay, well, let's do this. Okay, so I mean, like you said, I can see things from everybody's perspective, depending on their role. So how do we, or what are some ideas for a better pay plan? Um, let's see. So this says, which is better? Guaranteed pay that's the same for all employees based on market rates and or seniority, or incentive pay that's linked to performance. Which is
I
better?
think,
To me,
well,
and
just reading.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I think incentive pay that's linked to performance. I don't know. I'm not, I guess, the kind of person that thinks it should be standard across the board.
Well, like my husband, he's got like a salary that's like based on like it's set, but then like there's like bonuses throughout the year and like different things like that where you get paid what you work for. So like that's based off of performance.
Okay. And you guys like that?
Yeah, yeah. Well, my husband's like a super hard worker, so like I don't know, like I guess we never really thought of how it'd be just having incentive pay, but as it's more set, like we have a consistent income, or we know what we're getting, and then he can focus on like his actual job. But he's just internally motivated, so like I don't know if having incentive pay would make a difference in like how he worked. Maybe he'd work more, but he's already working like 60 plus hours right now. So, but
So what are his, but you said he gets bonuses and stuff?
Yeah, there's like a bonus after his busy season, and there's like a bonus that he's expecting. Like he works hard, so um, I think having a mixture, I think is still good. Like I don't know if I don't know which one I think would be best, but
Okay.
like I know my husband will just make comments like, "Well, I've definitely worked hard enough to hopefully get a good bonus by the end of this month or whatever." So, like I know on one of my old jobs, like we were paid like a certain hourly rate, and then like any additional work we did, we got paid like a certain amount for each, like it was like a client for each additional client that we finished, and so we ended up with like monthly bonuses that were huge, and so that was kind of our incentive to go work a little harder. But it wasn't all based on incentive, which this plan wasn't either. Like it was like 75% was the the set rate, and then 25% was performance, right?
That sounds right. 75-25.
Yeah, I've never been put in that situation, so I mean I don't really know. I don't know which would be really best, to be honest.
Yeah, and maybe that's part of my thing too. I guess um, I think incentives are always good because for someone who works hard anyway, um, it might just be that extra little kick that they need.
Yeah,
Whereas to me, a guaranteed pay that's same for everyone, where, what, um, when people just become a little complacent and just like a little robotic, you know what I mean? Because then everybody's kind of the same.
yeah, could I could definitely see that.
Um,
I know there's gotta be that's just how humans work. Like they work for something in return.
yeah, I mean, that's why I go to work every day because I need the paycheck.
Yeah.
Um, Okay, so it says if you use an incentive pay system, is it better to tie pay to individual performance, team performance, company performance, or a combination?
I think a combination. I think a a larger portion needs to be put towards individual performance just because they have more control over that, and that's gonna I think be a higher incentive. But I think being as part of a team, I think there needs to be some type of incentive there to work better as a team and to perform better as a team. But I mean, you only have so much control over that, and then company wide, I mean, I don't think that should be a huge portion because you really truly don't have control over all the other sections like we talked about.
Yeah, I agree.
But you are though.
It's like you want to encourage your team to work together, but then the other teams, like yeah, we already said, I mean, sometimes you just have no control over it. So I think a combination would probably be best. Are you there, Amanda?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Thought I lost you.
Oh.
Um, and then I think we talked about what if incentive pay is used Does it increase employee motivation? I think it does for some people. It works for some and not for others, right? Wasn't that kind of what all our reading was about?
Yeah, well, just from experience, I've learned that because like I've been a team lead and trying to get everyone to get motivated through the same incentive just doesn't work. And some people like it doesn't phase them at all, and they could care less. And other people, it's a great motivator, and they're willing to go the extra mile. They earn that incentive. So it's definitely an individual thing.
Yeah, I agree. Because some people you could give them all sort, a trip to Hawaii. You could give them all sorts of things, but it might motivate one person on the team and not the other nine.
Yeah,
And then it's interesting how some people you don't even have to offer them any incentives. They're just going to work their butts off because they just have that real high work ethic.
yeah.
Okay. Um, so it asks if we can agree on a pay approach for this top chem. Um, wow, I don't know how to answer that question. I, huh. I don't think the 75-25 is the right way to go.
Would like a lower percentage of the incentive base be better?
A lower percentage of what?
Yeah, like 10% incentive, 90% set or something.
Although I'm going back and looking at this, it is 75-25. So 75% is your base pay. Um, and then the flexible 25%, is your team's ability to improve on quality, marketing, speed, safety, and the division performance. Well, for some reason I was thinking that was not the way it was split. I for some reason kind of had it in my head it was the other way around, where the majority of it was the flexible pay. Um, I would probably also have to know more about this chemical company. Once again, it always seems like, and maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I feel like I never quite have enough of the full big picture.
Yeah, that makes it hard. It seems like it's every case that it's like that.
I know. And maybe it's meant to be that way so that, I mean, if they told us too much, then maybe we would be able to come up with a concrete answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so um, I don't know. What do you think what would your suggestion be for paying all these employees?
You there?
What's that?
Uh, breaking up still.
Uh-oh. What would your suggestion be for how to pay these employees?
Um, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I do like 15%.
Uh-oh. What's that? You said 50-50?
Maybe not up to 25. 1 5.
I'm sorry, man. I can barely hear you. What's that?
1 5.
It
You
like
still not
cuts
hear me?
out and I hear the last number.
15.
15%.
Yeah. And I can't hear you again. Shoot, it's
Oh,
probably my
yeah.
fault.
Oh, now I can hear you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you're talking like a 15% would be the incentive part.
Yeah.
So have it be the incentive part be very minimal.
Yeah, I think so. I think it needs to be there, but not a huge portion. Because then I think people are going to feel like what the comments were like, well, it's not our fault. Like, you can't control this or that or whatever, but at least it's still there to give a little push, maybe.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I know 25% isn't a huge amount, but I would agree with you to make. Okay, so we're on the same page with that. Um, uh, I'm just gonna make a note, lesser percentage for the incentive portion. Okay, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, so we set all that aside. Um, it says, just in wrapping up, what's the most important thing you learned from this case?
Um, oh crap.
Mm. Are you there?